Assalamu alaikum, guys. I am reading the Quran for the second time and I'm sharing my thoughts and inspirations that come to me, hopefully from Allah, inshallah, with you guys. And I want to do it verse by verse this time. God willing, that is my intention anyway. Okay, so we left off from Surah Al-Baqarah and I did verse 1 to 10. So we're going to continue. 11. So just for context, 10, it finishes by saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, finishes by saying, in their hearts is a disease and Allah has increased their disease and grievous is the penalty they incur because they are false to themselves. This is talking about the people who don't believe in God and the way that, you can speak to them and talk to them and try to make them see, but there's no way they can see. And I was explaining in the first video that Allah maybe increases our disease when there is a disease in our hearts because we really need to go to the very final straw, to the bottom of the pit in order to wake up. That's been my experience anyway. Sometimes we need to go into absolute pitch darkness in order to find the light. Okay, let's go from ayah 11. When it is said to them, make not mischief on the earth, they say, why? We only want to make peace. So there could be believers, but really they're not. There could be Muslims, but really they're not. There could be people who say they are submitting to God, but really they're not. 12. Certainly they are the ones who make mischief, but they realize it not. When it is said to them, believe as the others believe, they say, shall we believe as the fools believe? Nay, certainly they are the fools, but they do not know. When they meet those who believe, they say, we believe, but when they are alone with their evil ones, they say, we are really with you, we were only jesting. For me, I'm not an Islamic scholar, this is just my inspiration, and I've spent the last 6 years communicating through prayer to my Lord and connecting with him, and he's been healing me. Okay, so it's just from that point of view. To me, that's like saying, when it says, when they're alone with their evil ones, it's sort of like the unseen evil ones that maybe they are with, metaphorically speaking, like alone when you sleep, when you're alone at home, what you'll really be doing, what you're doing, like spending hours on your phone. Maybe there's things whispering to you that you don't know, making you do evil, so sometimes, for me anyway, things are said metaphorically. And in 7th century Arabic, classic Arabic, it's not only the lexicon, the words that are different to modern standard Arabic, but it's actually the way people used to think and conceive and perceive information. They were more lateral thinkers. So it would do us well, as modern day, very much literal thinkers, to really examine not only the words of the Quran, but potentially lateral ways of understanding it, a more holistic lens, 15. Allah will throw back their mockery on them and give them rope in their trespasses, so they will wander like blind ones to and fro. Whoa. So this rope reminds me of what is referenced in Surah 111, Al-Lahab, the flame, where it says in Ayat 4 and 5, his wife shall carry the crackling wood as fuel, a twisted rope of palm leaf fibre around her own neck. So it's like Allah is referencing the way that, for me anyway, is referencing the way that we are our own worst enemies. And unless we help ourselves, Allah will not help us. He will actually pass us the rope. There you go. Die. Kill yourself. Do you know what I mean? There have been so many people who, sadly, they go there and it happens. There's one recently in the celeb world, Liam Payne. And this happened to me too. I'm not speaking from a place of blind wisdom. Like, I go through the things that I talk about. I took the rope. Allah gave me the rope, It's because I was diseased in my heart and unwilling to address it. I was blind and wandered to and fro. It was all like, there you go then. Okay, there you go then. Continue like that. See what happens to you. Until you, Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayat 3, believe in the unseen, are steadfast in prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them, and spend out of what God has given to you. For me, this means, and give what you were here to do. Start working on your soul's purpose. What makes people light up with the thing you do? What can you do that makes people be like, wow, That's what Allah wants you to do. Until you do that, you will be wandering blind. Allah only helps people who help themselves. That is an ayat itself from the Quran. Okay, let's continue. 16. Okay, so they will wander like blind ones. 16. These are they who have bartered guidance for error, but their traffic is profitless, and they have lost true direction. 17. Their similitude is that of a man who kindled a fire. When it lighted all around him, Allah took away their light and left them in utter darkness so they could not see. Deaf, dumb, and blind, they will not return to the path. Or another similitude is that of a rain-laden cloud from the sky. In it are zones of darkness and thunder and lightning. They press their fingers in their ears to keep out the stunning thunderclap, the while they are in terror of death. Whoa. But Allah is ever round the rejectors of faith. Wait, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because I wanted to go up to 26, but I don't think we're even gonna get there. But it all links into 26. I'm telling you, I realised this massive thing at like 3 in the morning the other night and wrote a whole essay on it. It's crazy, girl. So basically, 17. It's like saying, to me, it's all like saying you can't see. But Allah helps you see. He will give you flashes of signs for you to see. Just like, oh my days. And hold on. When you actually have the self-empowerment, which Allah wants and needs you to do, because it's not all Him, you have to help yourself. But when people do that, they start to do it. Hence, kindled a fire. When people kindle the fire, when they get in touch with some of their light, some of their realness, some of their truth, and when it lighted all round him, Allah took away their light and left them in utter darkness so they could not see. Well, that is multi-leveled here. Like, I'm sure you can find so many videos talking about that single verse. Oh my word. Because it's like, does he know we need the darkness, in other words? This whole journey is literally about our unconscious and our consciousness. That's all it is. And getting to grips with it and seeing what's there and integrating both and living in flow with them both. That's how I'm reading Islam. So he gives us all the signs. He even gives us a rain-laden cloud from the sky. In it are zones of darkness. So you can see it's about to pour down, yeah? And thunder and lightning. The thunder and lightning is there. And the humans are pressing their fingers in their ears to keep out the stunning thunderclap. Mate, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't want to hear it. It makes so much sense on so many levels. It's like, for example, the friends that you have to sadly let go because they're not willing to face what's real. Do you hear what I'm saying? Or relationships. You're like, bro, I can feel that you're really angry right now. And they're like, no, I'm not. I'm angry because you're making me angry because you're asking me. Bro, I can feel you're angry right now. No, I'm not. Do you see what I'm saying here? Dude, and even the last part of that ayat, yeah, they put the fingers in their ears to keep up the stunning thunderclap, the while they are in terror of death. Yes, they're afraid of their darkness. They're afraid. Oh, no. But, last sentence, but Allah is ever round the rejectors of faith. In other words, He's always there. You can always turn to Him because the light is always there, but they have to see their own darkness in order for the light to come in. Do you understand? And I'm so passionate because I've experienced this. I experienced it for years. I can see it. I've lived it. This is amazing. SubhanAllah. Thank you, God. Oh my God. Woo, I'm going to do a part 2. But trust me, you're going to want to hear that because the essay I wrote in my head the other day about 26 is pretty banging if I do say so myself. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Thank you for coming.